Most people recite Psalms every single day and have no idea they're missing the hidden frequencies embedded inside the Hebrew letters themselves. I am Rabbi Shimon. I am 83 years old. And what I'm about to share with you today, I learned from a manuscript that sat in a locked cabinet in Jerusalem for 47 years. My teacher, may his memory be a blessing, made me promise I would only teach this when the time was right. That time is now. If you've been praying, reciting, asking, and still feel like your words hit the ceiling and fall back down, this is why. There is a frequency hidden inside the Torah, not a metaphor, an actual spiritual frequency that opens channels most people never access in their entire lifetime. Before we go further, if this message is speaking to your soul right now, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, because what I'm about to teach you, you will not hear anywhere else. Not in synagogues, not in most yeshivas. This is Torah from the inner chambers. And when we finish today, I want you to leave me a comment with these three words: I hear it. Just those three words, because when you write that, you are activating something inside yourself. You are saying, my soul is ready to receive. Write it now if you feel it already. I hear it. Let me tell you what happens to most people in your season of life. You wake up in the morning, you say your prayers, maybe you read a psalm, maybe you light candles on Shabbat. You do everything you were taught, and yet the bills still pile up. The phone call from the doctor still comes. The relationship you prayed about still stays broken. And late at night, when no one else is listening, you whisper to God, am I doing something wrong? Can you even hear me? I want you to know God hears you. But there is a reason your prayers have not broken through the way you need them to. It's not your faith. It's not your worthiness. It's that you were never taught how to align yourself with the frequency that heaven responds to. You've tried everything. You've given tzedakah. You've been to services. You've asked friends to pray for you. You've read every book on faith and manifestation and Jewish spirituality. And still, nothing shifts. The breakthrough doesn't come, the door doesn't open, and the voice in your head at 3 in the morning says, maybe it's too late for me, maybe I missed my window. Let me tell you something that will break your heart and heal it at the same time. The reason your prayers feel like they're bouncing back is not because heaven isn't listening. It's because most of us were taught to pray with our mouths but not with our frequency. We were taught the words but not the vibration. We were given the map but not the compass. Think about it. How many times have you stood in prayer and felt nothing? How many times have you opened the siddur and read the words and wondered if anything was actually happening? How many mornings have you finished your prayers and walked away feeling exactly the same as when you started? This is not your fault. You were never taught that prayer is not just communication. Prayer is calibration. It's not just talking to God. It's tuning yourself to the frequency where God's response can reach you. And the ancient rabbis knew this. They encoded it into the very structure of the Hebrew language. But somewhere along the way, we lost the instruction manual. You know what haunts me? I think about the thousands of people who have prayed faithfully for decades, good people, righteous people, and they've asked for healing, they've asked for provision, they've asked for peace, and they never got the answer they were hoping for, not because God said no, but because they were broadcasting on the wrong frequency. They were tuning to AM when heaven was transmitting on FM. And late at night, when the house is quiet and you can't sleep because the worry is too heavy, you wonder, is this all there is? Did I do everything right and still miss something? Is there a secret that everyone else knows and nobody told me? Yes, there is a secret. And today, I'm telling you, no, you didn't miss anything. You were just never given the key. But that changes today. Now let me take you back 3,000 years. I want you to see something that changed my life when I first understood it. King David is not yet king. He is a young man. He is running for his life. King Saul wants him dead. David is hiding in caves. No army, no resources, no visible future. He is alone in the wilderness of Ein Gedi, and he does something that most people miss when they read the story. He doesn't just pray, he tunes himself to a frequency. Picture this moment with me. David is in a cave. The walls are cold stone. He can hear Saul's soldiers searching nearby. His life is in immediate danger. Every rational thought in his mind is screaming, "Run, hide, panic." But David does something that defies logic. He sits down, he closes his eyes, and he begins to sing. Not just any song, a song that would become Psalm 57, a song that carried a frequency so powerful that it would sustain the Jewish people for the next 3,000 years. Open the book of Psalms, Psalm 57. David writes, "Be gracious to me, O God, be gracious to me, for my soul takes refuge in you." But here's what you need to understand. In Hebrew, the word for be gracious is chaneni. It comes from the root chen, which means favor, but also grace, and also frequency. When David says chaneni, he is asking God to align him with the frequency of divine favor. He is not begging, he is tuning. The word appears twice in that one line, chaneni, chaneni. Why twice? Because in the mystical tradition, repetition is not emphasis. Repetition is resonance. When you say something twice, you are creating a standing wave. You are establishing a frequency pattern that locks into place. David is not pleading, he is calibrating. Then David says, "In the shadow of your wings I will take refuge until destruction passes by." The word for shadow is tzel, but tzel doesn't just mean shade, it means the protective field that surrounds the source of light. David is saying, "I am positioning myself inside the frequency field of your presence, not outside looking in, inside." And here's what most people don't catch. David doesn't say, "If destruction passes by." He says, "Until destruction passes by." He already knows it will pass. Because when you align with the frequency of divine protection, destruction has no choice but to move around you. It cannot touch what is inside the field. And then, this is where it gets mystical, David writes, "I will cry to God Most High, to God who completes his purpose for me." The phrase completes his purpose in Hebrew is gomel alai. Gomel means to finish, to bring to fullness, to pay back what is owed. David is declaring, "I am aligning with the frequency where heaven completes what it started in my life. Not someday, now." Do you see what he's doing? He's not hoping, he's not wishing. He is activating a spiritual frequency through the precise words and the precise intention behind them. And within months, David is anointed king. The very man who wanted him dead is dead. And David steps into the destiny that was always waiting for him. This is not poetry. This is technology, ancient technology, frequency technology, and it still works today. Let me show you something even deeper. When the ancient rabbis studied the Torah, they discovered that every Hebrew letter carries a numerical value. Aleph is 1, Bet is 2, and so on. This system is called gematria, and when you add up the numerical values of certain words, you find frequencies, patterns that repeat throughout Scripture. The word chen, favor, has a numerical value of 58. The word chayim, life, has a value of 68. When you align yourself with chen, you are 10 vibrations away from chayim, 10 steps, 10 intentional prayers, 10 moments of tuning. And then life itself responds. This is why David's Psalms work. They are not random, they are frequencies encoded into language. And when you speak them with awareness, you are not just reciting, you are broadcasting on the channel that heaven is listening to. The ancient rabbis knew something that modern science is only now discovering. Everything in the universe is vibration. Your body is vibration. Your thoughts are vibration. Your words create vibration. And when you speak words that carry a specific frequency, words that have been charged with divine intention for thousands of years, you are tapping into a field of energy that transcends time and space. Now let me tell you what happened to 3 people in the last 18 months. real people, not stories, testimonies. A woman named Miriam in Brooklyn. She is 68 years old. Her husband passed 2 years ago. She has been living on a fixed income, struggling to pay rent. Every month is a battle. Every bill is a worry. She starts reciting Psalm 57 every morning, not just reading it, but saying each word slowly, feeling the frequency in her chest. She doesn't understand Hebrew. She's using English, but she's tuning. Within 30 days, she receives a phone call from an attorney. Her late husband had a retirement account she didn't know about, $12,000. She cries on the phone and says to me, "Rabbi, I felt it before the money came. I felt the shift in my body. I felt something unlock inside me." A man named Yosef in Los Angeles. He is 72. He has been estranged from his son for 6 years. They haven't spoken. The wound is deep. Every holiday, Yosef sits at the table and feels the empty chair. Every birthday, he picks up the phone and puts it down again. The pain is unbearable. Yosef begins reciting Psalm 133. "Behold how good and pleasant it is when brothers dwell together in unity." He recites it every night before bed for 40 days. He doesn't beg, he doesn't plead, he just tunes to the frequency of unity. On the 41st day, his son calls him. No explanation, just, "Dad, I want to talk." They meet the next week. They reconcile. Yosef tells me, "I didn't beg God to fix it. I just aligned with the frequency of unity, and unity found me." A woman named Rachel in Miami. She is 61. She has a lump in her breast. The biopsy is scheduled. She is terrified. She can't sleep. She can't eat. Every thought is worst-case scenario. She starts reciting Psalm 91, the Psalm of Protection, every morning and every evening. She doesn't just say it. She meditates on the word makseh, refuge. She pictures herself inside the protective frequency field of God's presence. She feels it surrounding her like a cocoon of light. The biopsy results come back, benign. The doctor says, "I don't know what to tell you. Based on the initial scan, I expected something very different. It shouldn't have changed, but it did." These are not coincidences. This is cause and effect. This is spiritual law operating exactly as it was designed to operate. Let me tell you about a fourth person, a man named Abraham in Chicago. He is 77 years old. He has adult children who never call. His wife is cold to him. He feels invisible in his own life. He starts reciting Psalm 27 every morning. Within 2 weeks, his daughter calls him out of nowhere and says, "Dad, I've been thinking about you. Can we have lunch?" Within a month, his wife initiates a conversation about their relationship for the first time in 5 years. He tells me, "Rabbi, it's like the entire atmosphere in my house changed. I didn't argue with anyone. I didn't demand anything. I just tuned, and the people around me responded." This is the pattern. This is what happens when you stop praying from desperation and start praying from alignment. Now I'm going to teach you how to do this. Not theory, practice, step by step. This is the part where you lean in. This is the part where everything changes. Preparation. For the next 7 days, you are going to recite one psalm every morning. I recommend Psalm 27. It's short. It's powerful. It's about light and salvation. But here's the key. You are not reading it. You are speaking it out loud. Your voice creates vibration. Vibration creates frequency. Frequency creates alignment. Silent reading does not activate the field. Your voice does. Step 1. Find a quiet place. Sit down. No distractions, no phone, no television, just you and the words. Take 3 deep breaths. Breathe in through your nose for 4 counts. Hold for 4 counts. Breathe out through your mouth for 4 counts. This settles your nervous system and prepares you to receive. Then say out loud, "I am aligning myself with the frequency of heaven. I am tuning my soul to the voice of the eternal." Say it with intention. Feel it in your chest. This is your declaration of readiness. Step 2. Open to Psalm 27. If you have a Bible, use it. If you don't, find it online. Read the first verse out loud in English. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Then close your eyes and say it again, slowly, imagining the words are not just sounds, but waves of energy moving through your body. Feel them vibrating in your throat, in your chest, in your stomach. Step 3. When you reach the phrase, "The Lord is my light and my salvation," stop. Focus on the word light. In Hebrew, it is Ori. Say it. Ori, Ori, Ori. Let that frequency settle into your heart. Light dispels darkness. Light reveals what was hidden. You are calling light into your situation. Picture light pouring into every dark corner of your life. See it illuminating the path in front of you. Step 4. Continue through the psalm. Speak every line as if you are broadcasting it into the atmosphere. Don't rush. This is not a race. This is alignment. Each word carries weight. Each phrase carries power. Let them land. When you say, "The Lord is the stronghold of my life," feel that strength in your bones. When you say, "Though an army encamp against me, my heart shall not fear," feel that courage rise in your chest. Step 5. When you finish, sit in silence for 60 seconds. Feel the frequency still vibrating in your body. Don't move. Don't check your phone. Don't immediately jump into your day. Just sit. Let the alignment settle. Let the frequency stabilize. This is where the work happens, in the silence after the words. Step 6. Before you stand up, say this declaration: I am heard, I am seen, I am aligned. Say it 3 times. Each time, say it with more conviction. You are anchoring the frequency. You are locking it in place. Step 7. Do this every morning for 7 days. Same time if possible. Same place if possible. Consistency builds the channel. If you miss a day, don't punish yourself. Just start again the next morning. Grace is built into the system. Now let me tell you what to expect. Day 1 and day 2, you might not feel anything dramatic. That's normal. You are building the channel. You are clearing the pathway. It's like tuning an old radio. The first few turns of the dial, you hear static. Day 3, you will notice a subtle shift. Maybe a sense of peace you haven't felt in weeks. Maybe a thought that comes to you out of nowhere. Maybe a memory surfaces that brings comfort. Pay attention. This is the frequency beginning to stabilize. Day 4 and 5. Things will start moving in the physical world. A phone call, an opportunity, a conversation, an idea. It won't be loud, it won't be dramatic, but it will be clear. You will know it when it happens. You will feel the connection between what you've been tuning to and what is now showing up in your life. Day 6. You will feel the frequency inside you even when you're not reciting the psalm. It stays with you. You carry it throughout the day. You walk differently. You talk differently. People respond to you differently. The atmosphere around you has changed. Day 7. Something will shift that you've been praying about. I can't tell you what it will be, because it's specific to your life. But it will shift, and you will know beyond a shadow of doubt that this is not coincidence. This is response. And here's what you need to know. This is not manipulation. This is not forcing God's hand. This is alignment. You are not making something happen. You are positioning yourself where it can happen. Big difference. God is already moving. Heaven is already responding. You are simply tuning yourself to the frequency where you can receive it. Some of you are thinking, "Rabbi, I don't speak Hebrew. How can I access the frequency?" Listen to me. The English translation still carries the intention. The frequency is not locked inside the language. It's locked inside the meaning and the focus of your heart. When you say, "The Lord is my light," with full awareness, the same channel opens. Don't let fear stop you. The power is in the alignment, not the accent. Others are thinking, "What if I miss a day?" Then you start again. Grace is built into the system. The frequency doesn't punish you for being human. It invites you back. Every morning is a new opportunity. Every breath is a chance to tune. And some of you are thinking, this sounds too simple. How can just saying words change my life? Because words are not just words. Words are containers of power. Words shape reality. The entire universe was spoken into existence. God said, "Let there be light," and light was. Your words carry that same creative force when you align them with divine frequency. Let me bring this home. You are not too old. You are not too broken. You are not too late. The same frequency that parted the Red Sea is available to you right now. The same frequency that brought David from the cave to the throne is humming inside these ancient words. And when you tune yourself to it, when you stop just reading and start aligning, heaven responds. This is not superstition, this is spiritual law. And the law doesn't care how long you've been stuck. It cares about where you're tuned right now. So here's what I need you to do. Right now. Go to the comments and write, "I hear it." Those 3 words. That's your activation. That's you saying, "My soul is ready. I am tuning in." Write it now, before you do anything else. Before you scroll to the next video, before you close this page, write it. And if this teaching has stirred something in you, hit that subscribe button. Because every week, I am releasing Torah that most people never hear. Ancient keys for modern breakthrough, frequencies that have been hidden for 2,000 years. You don't want to miss what's coming next. Let me close with a blessing. May the Holy One, blessed be He, open your ears to the frequency of heaven. May your words rise like incense before the throne. May every psalm you speak create a channel for favor, for healing, for provision, for peace. May you feel the vibration of the eternal inside your chest, guiding you, protecting you, completing what He started in you. And may you know, deep in your bones, that you are heard, that you are seen, that you are loved. Your soul is the blueprint. Your life is the construction. Shalom, my friend.